The biggest change when moving from a side hustle to your own full-time freelancing business is a shift in who's the boss. When working in someone else's business, often the boss is the scapegoat for all your problems and stress. Well, what happens when you become your own boss? In this lesson, you will evaluate if you are ready to step into that role. If you are already self-employed full-time, you'll just take these evaluations to determine how well you are doing and if you need to adjust based on any failed markers. Before we begin on evaluation, let's take a minute to explore why you want to be your own boss, as that will become the foundation for our evaluation questions. For many web designers and developers, there are 3 desires that drive them to be their own boss: flexibility, pay, and control. Your desire to move into self-employment may be one or a combination of any of the 3. The ability of having a flexible schedule and location, the ability to increase your pay, or the control of working with whom you want on what projects you want. Most likely you are seeking a flexible schedule because there is something else you are filling your time with. A hobby you enjoy, your family or friends, or other passion projects. If you don't know why you want flexibility, it's possible you will just fill that time with more work. Take a moment to ask yourself, why do you want the flexibility? When seeking out more take-home cash, you want to be mindful of everything that is provided for you at your current full-time gig. If you're not aware of how much your health insurance, 401k contributions, sick pay, paid vacation, and employer taxes are contributing to your overall salary or savings, you'll find that an increase in pay is more challenging than you thought. Ask yourself, how much more are you looking to increase in revenue? Is it realistic? When it comes to control, it's important as a self-employed business owner that you make the early distinction that clients are not your bosses. To be your own boss with your clients means to set boundaries around how you work and how others work with you. What clients or customers are a challenge now, and how can you change that moving forward? For this business evaluation, you're going to take this boss checklist and ask yourself, as your new boss, questions about your job. What are the working hours for this job? Will I work weekends? Will I work nights? How much will I get paid bi-weekly? How much will be contributed to my retirement fund, like an IRA? What types of clients do we work with? What types of projects do we work with? Describe the work environment and culture. How many vacation days do I get a year? Will I have to work when on vacation? Can I take a sick day when I need one? Notice that none of these questions have anything to do with profit, business expenses, or processes. At the end of the day, that won't really matter if you're burned out, stressed out, and hate yourself, your own boss. This evaluation should define for yourself what your role will look like if you are being a good boss to yourself. Answering these now will set self-employment up for success. The boss checklist is most likely not going to be a reality on day 1. However, by writing these ideal answers down, they become a goal to work toward. By setting your intentions of how you want your role to be, you've created a marker of success. Conversely, you may be the person that won't make the jump to a full-time self-employed freelancing career until these answers are achievable. That is also the point of this evaluation. If you are already transitioned into a full-time freelancing career, you may find out that some of these answers were not ideal. You've been working late nights, abiding to unnecessary deadlines, suffering from lower pay with multiple people telling you what to do with your time. That's okay. Now you see those markers are important to you, and you will work towards resolving them in your business. No matter which stage you are in as you go through this lesson, there are changes you can make that can help you achieve your ideal working situation. Adjust your calendar to have time for working on projects, chatting with clients, and business admin. Block out that time, only allowing clients to book calls on certain days and within certain windows. Create a support desk that auto-replies to clients when requests come in on nights and weekends. Develop emergency procedures that can occur without your involvement, or instructions for what they can do until you can address the issue. Set up payroll for yourself that allows for enough margin for profit and expenses. This will be discussed more in depth in an upcoming lesson. Create a niche and screen your clients. View additional GoDaddy Pro Academy courses to strengthen you in those areas. Plan out vacations for yourself and take those sick days. Clients are more understanding than you realize. For vacation, if you give enough notice with a sufficient out-of-office reply equipped with emergency procedures, you'll feel empowered as your own boss. By working through this as the first step, you place priority on the main reasons why you are making the transition to self-employment. As your own boss, you decide your schedule, your pay, what clients to work with, and what clients to fire. Be prepared to be a better boss for yourself so you're not just moving from one toxic environment to the next.